Hey guys, Dustin here, CEO of 630. Today we're going to answer the question, do you or will you need to replace an e-bike battery? Stay tuned. All right, so today we're going to answer the question, do you need to replace an e-bike battery or will you need to replace an e-bike battery? But before we jump in, hit that subscribe button below and stay up to date on everything we're doing here at 630, all the videos we're putting out. Also, you want to be made aware of all the contests we do weekly and monthly. Subscribe to be the first to know. All right, so let's answer the question, do you need to replace your e-bike battery or will you need to replace your electric bike battery? The answer to this question is yes. Over time, your battery is going to lose its charge. That is the nature of lithium-ion batteries, unfortunately. You see it happening with cell phones, other products that use lithium-ion. Basically, every lithium-ion battery is set up to allow for a certain number of cycle charges. A cycle charges means basically from full to nothing, how many times can you recharge that battery? After you hit the sort of allotted amount of cycle charges for the battery capacity is going to be reduced. So let's say an electric bike battery has a cycle charge of 600. After you've charged that battery 600 times from full to almost zero, now that battery is going to be down to about 80% of the capacity of what it used to be. And that's just going to keep happening over time. Eventually it will reduce to 60% and 40%. So the key to preserving your battery is really don't charge it if you don't need to. Try to maximize the amount of juice that you can get out of the charge. Also, don't let your battery go down to zero. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're charging it before it reaches the absolute being dead status. But with that said, try to get the most out of each charge you can. Only charge when you need to. But if you're riding your e-bike a lot and daily and you're charging it daily, the reality is over time, you will need to replace that battery. And that's going to be true for all e-bikes on all categories. Now, this is something that as the technology improves, maybe batteries will start to outlive the actual lifetime of the bicycle. I think we're at least a few years away from that. I know on the electric car front, obviously, this is something where the technology is way more advanced in cars than it is currently for e-bikes, and you can charge a Tesla battery over and over, and more than likely that battery is going to outlast your ownership of that particular car. So I would say you will need to replace your e-bike battery if you ride it quite frequently. If you're riding it, every day or a few times a week for a year or 2 years, most likely you're going to start to see your battery not last as long as it once did, and ultimately you'll want to replace it. Replacement batteries can run anywhere from $80 to $400, depending on your capacity, even more potentially, but I would say 80 to 400 is the general range. But depending on the type of battery, the type of motor, all those things, that cost can really vary. So it's definitely that you should just expect as you're stepping into electric bike ownership. But if you're only riding your bike once a week and you're only charging it once every couple weeks, you're going to be able to get a couple years usage out of that battery. I would say, identifying how many cycle counts or cycle charges, I think I said cycle counts before, I meant to say cycle charges, but how many cycle charges can you get out of your battery? It really ranges. It depends on the quality of the battery, the quality of the cells. It's going to be anywhere from 600 to 1200 usually, but talk to the specific manufacturer of your bike or your battery to get more details. All right, so if you have any other questions about your battery and needing to replace it, please comment below. Any thoughts, suggestions, feedback is welcome. Or you can email us, the team at 630.com, or call us 310-982-2877. And if you're in the market for an e-bike, check out our electric bike page on the top of our website. We've got a huge selection of men's and women's in all different types of colors. And take our body fit quiz on our website. Our proprietary algorithm will fit you perfectly to a bike that's right for your lifestyle and your body type. Again, it's proprietary and it's just recommended for you. The bonus, we have a 365-day test ride policy. If you don't love your bike within 365 days, send it back, 0 questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And lastly, download our app, 630 Pedaling. Join our community, track your rides, and be on the leaderboard, track your mileage, and be entered to win weekly, monthly giveaways for bikes, e-bikes, and accessories. Whoever rides the most in a week wins a prize. It's a lot of fun. Come join us. Thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.